Apa tsopano tabwera ndi Times exclusive imenetu Wanda Msisa akucheza ndi Prophet Shepherd Bushiri. Kodi mwamva zimene walankhula Shepherd Bushiri lero palitu nkhani yodabwitsa inu kodi mungakhulupirire? Kodi mwamva akuti Bushiri Tomu mpinga njira akuyamba Ndale. Kodi zimenezi inu mukudziwa? Palitu nkhani zodabwitsa zimene Bushiri watulutsa. Kodi zimene zaita ku South Africa nkhani zimenezo muli nazo mboni? Mwamva tatiyeni tidakire kuti odi zimene akunenazi zikhaladi zoona kapena ayi, maganizano ndotani? Takhali pomwepo tapangana like kuma subscribe menetu Wanda Msisa akuphapalitsa mafunso Bushiri ndemumve zimene wayankha inu. Takhali pomwepo amala.
And this evening we greatly honored to have the president and founder of the Goshen City, Prophet Shepherd Bushiri. Prophet, welcome.
Oh, thank you so much.
You've honored us tonight in this program.
Thank you.
It's been a while.
It has been actually a while, yeah. It's been a while.
I'm particularly interested to find out the progress of the Goshen City project. Where are we?
All right, so Goshen City, as you are aware, that we are moving quite well.
Right.
In fact, we're supposed to be far by now. However, we are, of course, far, but we were interrupted some years ago. As you know, we had issues to do with the diesel, more especially 2 years ago, and some projects were kind of like affected. But we have managed to speed them up, and we were supposed to be launching phase 1 this month. As you know, Goshen City has got different phases, and the first phase is hospitality, and that's where people can book accommodation and etc. That's the first phase, and the second phase is going to be commercial. So first phase was supposed to launch this month. However, we have handed over now to the management, the team that is going to manage the whole hospitality phase. As you know, BICC Hotel, there is a management company that is managing. The same with many hotels, you normally find managing companies to manage. So we are in great discussions with the managing company that has actually advised that we give them time so that they can understand the whole concept, and then it's them now who will announce when they'll be launching the first phase, which is the hospitality. So they might announce maybe next month, maybe next month, but now it's beyond me now, because now it's in the hands of the management company that will be managing on behalf of Goshen City.
Are you at liberty to tell us who are these who will be managing the project?
Well, at the moment we cannot disclose because it's still under non-disclosure, but we are in great communication, and we do believe maybe in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks there will be an open signing of an agreement between us and them, and it will be them now who will be operating and managing the whole project on phase 1.
Ndiye kuti phase 1 yo imene mukunena kuti kuli za hotelozi ndi zimene zikhale akulengeza posachedwa pa anthu amene aziziyendesa zimene zizi. Koma mwina anthu timakhala ndi chidwi kuti project yonse icha mukamayiona total investment yake mwina kwalowa zochuluka motani?
Pakadali panopo we have not done assessment kuti kwalonda zochuluka bwanji chifukwa chakuti project yokuchitikabe pakana pano. Koma we believe kuti pompano assessment ichitika and tikhala ndi proper understanding kuti how much so far has been invested into the project. Koma as we said, kuti it's an ongoing project ikuchitikabe, and monga ndakambaso muja kuti tikama panga first phase ndi pamene tidziwe nobwinobwino kuti the first phase yapanga ndalama zotani, komanso we have invested how much. So we are working on that, but of course we'll be announcing very soon. As you're aware, monga ndakamba muja kuti company imene iziyendesa Goshen City ku hospitality physical tikhale tikukhala ndi mgwirizano nawo kuti tisainirane, komanso company iyambe kuyendesa hospitality. Ndiye kuti ka anthu afuna kagone konko, ka anthu afuna fati ndizo zosiyana-siyana Goshen City zakuti munomo Malawi sizinambe zakhalapo. So zonsezo zikhale zochitika ndi company imeneyo ilengeza. Once tikangosaina ndi company, it will take up.
Chabwino. Ndeno timakuziwani kuti inu ndi a ECG, the Jesus Nation, kenaka tinaonano Goshen City project ikubadwa pakati pataona zinthu zambiri zimene Goshen City ikupanga. Takuonani mukupita nawo masewera mpira. Kaya nali mpira wa amayi uja tidaona Goshen City ikuonekera kwambiri. Kenaka tazakuonaninso kuma entertainment industry uko. Mukukhala konako chidwi mafilimu mkatimo. Malawi has talent ngati njira imodzi yofuna kufufuza luso lobisika komanso kuma arts ku. Takuona ni mukutulukirako kwambiri. Kuli project inaso imene mukupanga Dedza Dynamos. Anthu nkumafunsa kuti interest ya Goshen City kukhala ngati kulowerera malo ambirimbiriwa muyang'ana pati, mukuona pati?
Well, I think chachikulu kwambiri nchakuti pali zinthu ziwiri. Pali business komanso brand. Ziwiri zinzosiyana. Anthu ambiri amaona ngati kuti business komanso brand nzofanana. Izi nzosiyana. So Goshen City pakadali panopo sinambe upanga opaleti, sinambe uchitika yayi. Koma ifeyo ngati a Goshen City timadziwa mphamvu ya brand. So ngati wina leso oziwa business, mene makhala business, umaziwa kuti brand imakhala motani. So choyambirira ichakuti brand payokha imatha kukhala yodula kwambiri usanaso ndi business yo. So ifeyo padali panopo as Goshen City ngati kumpira, ndikambe makamaka kumpira. Tindi zolinga ziwiri. Choyambirira ndi brand ngati Goshen City. 2, ngati Goshen City tili ndi chidwi ndi kupanga promote luso la chinyamata muno mudziko. Monga mukudziwa kuti vision yake wa Goshen City ndi amene akuyankhula major one. And munthu ameneyo ni munthu wakuti ali ndi chidwi kwambiri ndi a Malawi kuti azapanga support kandi nkhani ya zisuzo, kandi nkhani ya oyimba, kandi nkhani ya kukachitika mavuto. So mwachidule apart from ku business pali brand imene Goshen City ikupanga. Cha number 2 ndi chakuti tili ndi chidwi chopanga support anthu mu njira zosiyana-siyana. So mukamba ndi Zoona ngati mumavaza Goshen City kupanga izi ifeyo ti ndi zolinga zimene ziwiri kuti ngakhale tikupanga promote brand yathuyi komanso tipangenso promote maluso osiyana-siyana. Komanso tikufuna kuti zingopanga promote maluso opanda kopindula kake ndi kameneko kuti akutipanganso tikupanganso benefit kuti brand ya Goshen City ikudziwikanso.
Ndi zikuyenda bwanji mukukhutisidwa kuti mukamakhala mukuchita ma investments amene wawa ma disciplines osiyana-siyanamo anthu padakali pano kufunsana kuti Goshen atha kudziwa ti njani dziko?
100% we are sure kuti zikhala bwino chifukwa kuti kumbuyoko tingangotenga thandizo kuwapasa anthu ndi anthu amandira thandizo pena posadziwa kuti chimene kulandira thandizo ndi chani. Pena anthu thandizo lisamalisamala yayi. You know, when you give someone something for free, they sometimes don't know the value. But when they know, I'm getting this in return, I'm promoting this company, people they know, no, I have to be very serious. So it's like giving a person money. If you pay someone money for what they have done, they even become more serious with that money. Unlike when you give someone money for free, they don't become even serious with the money. So we are happy that we have moved from just giving people for free, more especially in these other activities like Malawi has got talent, and also on the things like the movie industry. That it's not just that we are giving the money for free, but they're also taking part in promoting us. So they don't feel they're being given money for free. They also feel like, okay, we're also promoting the brand. So even Miss Malawi, I think you saw.
Yes.
So it's beyond just getting something for free. It's not just like that. As you saw, it's when we are doing donations, we announce it's a donation.
Yes.
But when we are doing a project,
Yes.
we also announce to say we have signed a contract.
Yes.
So that's the part which we are saying, Kuti, these are different things. We have a vision to create a brand Goshen City.
Pardon me, I'll be biased because this platform is a beneficiary, I think, of that partnership. Times Television has partnered with Goshen City. Malawi has talent. I think these are big talent events you see in different countries, and Malawi also wanted to do its own scouting of talent, different disciplines. I want to understand that story. So, 500 million was the sponsorship that came from Goshen City for season 2. Malawi has talent. Are you happy? Because I saw when at a grand finale for Miss Malawi, the winner of Malawi has talent season 2, I think was the one who was performing there, and they had to announce that this one is a winner of Goshen City, Malawi has talent season 2, sponsored by Goshen City, at another function that is also sponsored by Goshen City, and this guy is performing there, a poet for the first time in this country. We have somebody who is a poet who's won 35 million kwacha. When you see that, what that does, what is it that how do you react to that?
Actually, for me, it's about impact. Impact that is created through this value chain that Goshen City is offering. We become more excited. It's not only that, actually, but also makampani mbirimbiri amene ali ndi chidwi ndi anthu angati amene aja, and naonanso ku function ya yes, ku BIM.
Yes.
Naonanso kuti mpaka nampanga invite nyamata amene uja ndikumutchulaso kuti ndi winner wa Malawi has talent. You know, komanso alipo ena amene pamene paja amene sanawine, komanso ngati makampani ena including Goshen City tinapezaso chidwi kuti I think anyamata awa kapena zisuzo izo kusogoloko tigwira nawo ntchito. So we are excited kuti we are able to create value that can actually become an impact and also push people to have that platform. However, your question is, are you satisfied? The biggest answer is we are extremely satisfied, and the good part is we also worked with the Times TV.
Yes.
And I would have told you the truth right here on TV to say we are not satisfied, but you actually did an amazing work.
Thank you.
You did an amazing job as Times TV, and we do believe that we are looking forward for further discussion for season 3 if those discussions will be there. But we really want to support the talents in the country in different forms.
So what is the end dream with Goshen City when everything else is done and finished? How would you want people to look at Goshen City? Because it's a concept, I think, that we haven't seen before in this country.
The main issue, we don't want people to look at Goshen City as number one, as just something that is being built, but we want people to look at it as an inspiration. We want it to be an inspiration. It's not like we have got so much money and that we are getting money somewhere, like you just pluck money from the tree and you are building. What we do have much is the vision. And you know, money does not produce the vision. It is the vision that produces money. And that's what we want. That's why we have got Goshen City Phase 1. Phase 1, the little things we have built, all right?
Once call them little things?
Yeah.
I've been there. Those are not little things.
No, they are little things, because Phase 2 will be amazing. So, you know, as a business person, I understand the leverage. If you build a few things from there, we have built value. And now you can play around with the value. So the value which we have created at Goshen City, people now will be coming there, it will be launched, it will start making money, and now it will begin to build itself. And that's the concept of Goshen City. However, we don't want people to remember us on buildings. We want people to remember us on how many lives did Goshen City touch, how many lives did Goshen City change, how many families did Goshen City feed, and that's what we want people to remember Goshen City with. Not just about the constructions and the buildings. So that's the main focus we're looking at. One, inspiration, and two, the social impact that we want to create to the nation.
Okay, so there's Goshen City. People are saying that when you invest money in football, we have talent. We couldn't remember so much about Dedza. With you coming in, all of a sudden, Dedza has become big things and they're competing and they... What's the story?
All right, so we want Dedza to become something that can represent this country at an African stage. And I do believe we have signed a contract for 2 years with Dedza to sponsor the team. In these 2 years, we want to make sure kuti Dedzayo ifike patali kwambiri. And the plan yathu ya kudedza ndiya kuti tufuna kuti timu ipasidwe ma resources kuti fati vuto mnomo Malawi lalikulu si luso ndi lilimo koma vuto limene linalo ndi support. So anyamata achamasewera mpira aja ambiri chimene akusowekera ndi support. Kungowapasa support kali kuti timu yanji kandi kuti kuwapasa support aonesa dziko lino komanso Africa yonse ino ayionesa kuti ife ndife anyamata aluso. So chimene tikupanga pakadali panopa kudedza, it is much kupereka support kuti team manager anyamata amu dziko lino la Malawi luso lawo lionekere. So we want to support them as much as possible. Ndeti ndi program imene tikupanga pakadali panopo imene tikuyenda ndithu mdziko lonse la Malawi kupangisa mabonanza kuti tipeze ma players kuti ma players amenewa apange timu yabwino kwambiri and ena akhala ku reserve komanso mungati nakamba kale muja kuti tifuna kuti timu ya Dedza ikhalenso kwambiri producer kapena exporter kuti ma players ambiri tapezere mwayi kumaiko ena kunja kuti achinyamata mdziko muno la Malawi atheso kumapezanso mwayi omasewera matimu ena akunja. Ndiye plan yathu kwambiri ndi imeneyo. Yachiwiri ndi yakuti tifunanso kuti titapanganso ma project akuti tibwerese ma legend ampira akunja akuluakulu kwambiri kuti abwere azapange motivate komanso tiso ndi interest kuti titambisa ndithu ngati ka academy kana kazaka 11 12 kuti azithaso kumaphunzitsa mpira etc. Because our plan is beyond that ball people play. Our vision is beyond that. Our vision is impact. Kuti timu manager ikafike ku Africa komanso dziko lapansi lidziwe kuti timu ya Dedza. But our vision is beyond Dedza Dynamos. Our vision is the impact imene timu ija ikhale nalo mu dziko la Malawi.
Nakhala pena pake ndi anthu amakambirana kuti kuoneka kuti mpira masiku ano mabige osamba kulowa mu mpira ndi anthu amatchula pamene pa kuti ampinga njira ali ndi Ekha. Bushiri ali ndi Dedza Dynamos. Pali aujeni akawinga ali ndi Crack. Agangata nawonso akubwera ku Masters. So akuti zizitengera kuti who is investing what to change the landscape of football, the trajectory of football in this country. Do you look at it in that way?
Yes and also no. I will tell you why. Because, you know, this is just an investment we put it there. Okay, the rest, it is the leadership of the team. Also, at the very same time, also the willingness. My players, also the whole technical panel, etc. It involves a lot of things. Kumpiratu kumakama dynamics ambiri akuti kuzokusiya kwa ndama zambiri koma udabo kuti chichitika chondijani. So as I said kuti this support comes komanso ntengepo mwayi kuti matimu onse mwatchulawa kuti anthu akumene koko kambiri akaona kuti akupangidwa support ndi big. I'm not saying where koma chimachitika is common kuti ngati unoko ku Malawi anthu amene ngati kuti apapa basi tatani taweruka tiwerukirepo patipo pamenepa pati basi tiwerukirepo basi. So it's an advice kuti let's be patriotic as citizens of the country. Tikhale anthu okonda dziko. If you are seeing ampinga njira, it's beyond just supporting. You know, if you sing akawinga, it's beyond supporting. If you are seeing agangata, it's beyond supporting. Anthu amene wawa ndikulikonda dziko lawo. So
if you see Bushiri,
yeah, it means it's beyond supporting. The issue is we love our country and we wish our country the best. So anthu amene makhala ku leadership iko nawonso akhalenso ndi same spirit, same heart, kuti we also love our country. And if that happens, then I can tell you, these big men that you have mentioned, they will do more than they are doing now, because umeka mwendo mozi kaya madzi wina ukuntunda kodi apapa ndipakuya kapena ayi. Because see, one thing about rich people is they don't just put money, you know, they study what's happening, you know. They study what's happening. And pompa munaona sampinga njira anakamba very powerful anakalipira kwa pang'ono ma players acha, you know, anthu anakamba kuti anthu amakamba kuti how, why is he speaking like this? No, the issue is his money, you know, it's your money. No, he's investing into that. He has got a plan, he has got a purpose, and he wants to see what he's putting there doing what it is supposed to do. So that's what happens. That's why anthu ambiri olemera makhala anthu akuti ali tough, because they don't want, you know, you have to be tough. You have to be a personality akuti you know what you want, and that's why people hate rich people. They think they are rude, they think they have got pride, but these are the things that makes person to be rich. You have to have the pride to protect your resources, and you have to be tough in order to achieve what you want to be done. Otherwise, nothing will be done. Yeah, no, not tough. No, not tough.
All right.
That's leadership.
Now, anthu ena akhala kumaona kuti ma investments akumpirawa khangati anthu mumakhangati mufunabe kundaleko, and your name keeps coming up. Bushiri akupanga mabonanza uku khangati afuna kena kake kundaleko. Ndele lero ndikufuna ngati tikamachoka mprogram uno mutithe nkhani ya Ndale. I want you kuti mundiyankhe bwinobwino. Fampinga njana ndiyankha kuti ndikanena simamva lero ndikufuna ndinene kumaliza sindikufuna kukhala president wa dziko lino. He answered me like that. So ndikufuna nditengerepo mwayi ndifunse na Bushiri kuti mabonanza tija tinatiphe anthu amati kukhanga titu mmene munenera mwendo mozi kumpira kuona kuti kumpira kuzayenda molalo kenaka honorable prophet.
Let me say it in this way. Ineyo kuti ndifune Ndale sikuti so chikuzokhaso chobisa yayi. You know, it's a straightforward thing. I can just come here and say I'm joining politics, and sikudiso is a sin. Komaso too, sikudiso it's a crime. You know, I am a citizen of this country.
Yes.
Kuti ndifune Ndale lero ndiyamba. Sikudiso ndizikanga dweso kopseza na kuti sanga yambe emo kuti mosudi. There is nothing to be afraid of. Komaso sikudiso tubwezo kupanga amene tukupangira mu. It could be false. Trust you me, if I would want to be in politics, you know, it would be something that nobody can expect it, you know. So what we are doing is the love we are having for our country. And let me say this, and also let me warn people, more especially Ndale and Ndale. Let me take this opportunity and warn them, you know. Donald Trump, he didn't want to be a politician. Sankafuna, kuda kale president. Komana mpangisa kuda kale kuda gambe kuti, you know what? I think ningoima. Analanda omweo. You know? Amada katapange ishi mpaka na one time Obama made a speech. Trump uyo alimuti? Alimomo. And that is it's on YouTube. You can just Google it. What is the day Trump made a decision to be a president? Obama stood up, I think Amavaza and we Trump afuna imiro president. Obama stood up and they said, alipo anthu ena muno ngata Trump amakonda kuti azipanga zinthu ndicholenga anthu aone amafuna zambe Ndale koma ndekambe muno sangawine yayi. That is the day Trump said, you know what, I think ningoyima zinthu
ndikawinenso kuti ndioneso ndikhoza wina. I
think ningoyima. So sometimes, you know, some situations anthu andale samadziwa kuti kumapanga block and holemera, you know, fighting them and manage, it can push them to say, you know what, I think let me just stand it because I'm already being blocked. So let me say this. In 2017, 2018, you know, munali mbiri munomo ya Bushiri afuna ime 2019 2019 nkhope yanga pa ballot sinatanipo sinaoneke 2020 nkhope yanga panalibepo 2025 ndikubweresa mahelikopita ku madisaster nachitikachi kumulanje ndikubweresa mahelikopita umeneko ndikuthandiza kumeneko ameneyo mumuona
akutulukira
ameneyi 2025 nkhope yake pa ballot muiona mpaka na it was so sad kuti nditapita ku function kumulanje kumene amapanga celebrate kuti voto lijalata unana president Chakwera anali kuti kumeneko ine napita ngati wa mpingo kuti kumeneko koma as you know kuti I was one of the biggest people who contributed in fact not one of but let me say here we should be frank I was the top person who did a lot there because remember I brought helicopters, remember I built a bridge. Yes. Very expensive bridge there. Not only that, and I also gave a bunch of manager mapa sama 1 million kuti pitani kwanu chokani pakampo pano pitani kwanu I built so many houses. Now there was a function imene anapangisa boma kuti akathokoze anthu amene angapanga contribute kuti kumeneko inali patiponso nali pamenepo and kupita kumeneko napita ngati that one mpingo. I was so shocked kuti adamba mathokoza anthu akuti kuno kumulanje anapereka 5 million akuti pano anapereka 10 million akuti pano tathokoze and they were being thanked. Not that I needed to be thanked but the Bible says give honor where it is due. It's just obvious kuti they were supposed to say Bushiri so
anathandiza nawo.
Of course I actually did more than many people, in fact even more than the government at that time because people were trapped and they didn't even know what to do and I was the first citizen to assist. And do you understand kuti my name was not mentioned? My name was not mentioned and afumu amenanga yankhula amene popo pana mafumu after the event anabwera ndoza kuti tinauzidwa ndandale kuti tisakutchuleni. Did you understand? Why? Apparently I have got political ambitions ndiye 2025 ndikuzayimirira ndiyeno akanditchula ikhala ngati kampeni mwakuti koma nkhope yanga panalibepo to ballot paper. I didn't stand. Koma it is sad kuti we don't love our country. We put politics all the times on things where we need unity. Ifeyo aboma we're supposed to work together to support the people. As I'm speaking to you, you have no idea how many things I've withdrawn because I don't want to look like I'm competing in Ndale. You have no idea how many things Mpinganjira has withdrawn because he doesn't want to be involved with mawa and aonengata kupanga Ndale. So at the end of the day, let me take this advantage Wanda and advise my politicians. Kuti, you know what? Let us help our country. Let's work together. You politicians, let's come together and support our country. Let's remove politics. We should not put politics where lives of people are involved. If you ask me, do you have people who come to you to say, Ndale, Moguti, I have so many people. In fact, bwana tamba chipani, chipani chichincha Bushiri. You know, so we just look at them and just watch them. But the issue is, let's remove politics. This is not a time to do politics. It's time to work together. As you have seen, I have always wanted and wished well for this country. So, Ndale. Tikambe pano, in Ndale so, I am a citizen of this country. Whatever I do, number 2013, I've been helping in this country. And let me also say, pano, kuti ngati boma ilili la DPP. I'm working very well with the leadership. Very well. Guntunda kwa seku tugwira bwino ntchito koma ndomakumana ni mavuto. Ndikambe pano. Mavuto nokumakumana nawo ndi magavana a DPP. Achinyamata kumusiku wasati kuntunda kuyayi koma kumusiku. And I don't like it.
Akuti yani?
Ayayi mabonaza wasiye, you know? Tikapita ngati tinapita kubalaka. We were actually removed from the ground kuti simungapange pano yani muzapanga za Ndale. You see? Those things are wrong because we are not doing that for politics. I mean, who doesn't know Bushiri? Why should I go to Balaka for people to know me? Who doesn't know Bushiri? If you go on Facebook, I have about 6 million followers.
Yes, now I'm going to 6 million followers.
Of which about 3,500,000 are Malawians. You know? So who doesn't know Bushiri? Why should I go to Balaka to be known? I'm not. No, I'm already known. Everybody knows Bushiri. So they should leave us do what we are doing. Otherwise, we don't want a situation where we are forced to say, you know what? I think let's just join the politics. We want to help. We are being blocked. You know, let's just take this thing and help with the people. We don't want to be forced into that. We want to work with these people. We believe they are doing well. The leadership of Peter Mutharika is extremely doing well. They have started well. I don't know how they will end, but they're doing well. And he has got good ministers, which I also believe they are doing extremely well. The Minister of Finance is doing extremely well. The Minister of Foreign Affairs is doing extremely well. And so are the rest of the ministers. So they have our support, and they will have our support, and let them too support us as we help in charity work. And again, Ubonanza kupitiliza suta CII. And nobody is going to stop Bushiri from supporting talent just because they think it's politics. Nobody is going to stop me from doing that. So we are continuing actually Bonanza.
Chabwino akugamba iwo wakuti khangati Trump adayamba Ndale chifukwa adanena Obama adanena kuti Trump makhanga timuzemberera ndibwera chifukwa tikupita ku break komano tikamachoka kumene kuti khati ufusana bwinobwino kuti do I still sense ibe nanuso kuti muzakhangati mukuona ngati kuti anthu akukhoza kukakamizani fata kuonani akulumbirisa a president dakuonani ndithu anachita kukupasani ulemu wanu mudakhala kuma VIP takuonani ndithu mukupita misonkhano ya DPP kuti kodi kunchewu kukhala candidate ineyo ndinene kuti ndikamakumvani mukuoneka kuti simunaziyambe Ndalezi komabe ndikukumvani ibe ngati kuti anthu adakukakamizani kwambiri atakunenani kwambiri mutha kupita famu apereka chitsanzo cha ujeni I don't know kuti chitsanzo chimene chichabwera bwanji chokuti you know ujeni atamunena Trump Obama Trump anangoti you know what ndikayimire nanthu amanena Bushiri takhati kumva mene mwanenera zitsanzo mapereka koma pabalo tisiti kukuonani. Are you sure Prophet kuti basi imene yatha pamene papa kapena kusogolo kusitingaza dabu titakuonani kuti matulukira frontline politics like you said you are Malawian, it's not even a sin in your own words. Sikuti mungachimwire kanthu taonapo anthu amipingo akupita ku Ndale khani imene ndifuna lero ite itakhala kuti kati mwandime
khani imene tusinati mnandifusapo amandifusa asurankani
lero limalizanepo apa
uzandifusa. No, it's true.
Yes.
So the issue is, as I said, could we be 2013, you know, and who they have been saying, could I mean, afuna imejani o president, command time in just sinaim. Chimozi mozi.
Komano kutantauza kuti simunaime. Sizidadusemo mutumu kuti machintu chedi mwinato. Chintu chedu mwinacho. Sizima kufika ni kupena pake kuti kumadziko langali mwina nditakhala kuti ndakakhala pa mpando mene uja ntakukankha zinthu zina mwina mene zisakukankhidwa.
Nakamba poso pa interview yake I think Ndale temwe. Nasakamba poso kuti yayi ineyo tu in this country things have not reached a point yakuti munthu ngati ifeyo tikuzamba kuti basi tingoima. Tinakamba kuti pakazakhala kuti pali leadership deficiency, you know, that vacuum that is there, we can now say, you know what, I think let's just help our country. Koma we believe at this point in time, kuli makandidate abuno kwambiri, I mean, they can help our country, and if they will continue this pace they are doing, we believe we have got right people who can help.
You're satisfied with how the DPP have started?
So far, now, good, yeah. I have no idea how they will move kusogoroko. Koma, I can tell you ineyo, the Minister of Finance, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister Zoona, they are good people and they're doing things well.
How can you say that? Pamene mwina anthu ena tikudandaulabe kuti chuma chokhala sichinakhazikike ka forex sikakupezeka anthu akulepera business.
But let me tell you something on economy, right? Let me tell you on economy. There are few things, of course, in Muboma Elirate. Zimene I'm seeing kuti, you know, there's a man, there's an economist called Bastiat. He wrote an essay about the seen and the unseen. Okay, when you study economics, you are going to find more what he actually said. In his essay, anayankhula kuti nthawi zina anthu amasangala ndi zinthu zina which boma likupanga without seeing behind what is going to happen. Okay, and I'll be very frank with you because I'm a truthful person, and I really just to say the truth as it is, and I will tell you which areas I see kuti kukozokhala mavuto, komanso I'll also comment on which areas I think they are doing well. For example, I'm going to just give an example. According to Bastiat, you know, when you're looking at the seen and the unseen, a very good example on the school fees, yana, secondary school.
Yes.
You know, politically, DP government, they've got a good wish, okay, to help the people. And when they removed school fees, they scored. That is a seen thing. Kuma what is unseen? Drama manager, yenachokere pena pake. Okay? And the pena pake, it can be mataxi, kweza, kapena chani. So everyone else has to contribute now to pay school fees. Okay? So for me, I can say that, you know, maybe that area, I have reservations, you know, but okay, you know, maybe also some other. No, I'm not suggesting.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm still continuing. But maybe the minister, he has a plan. But for me, I feel like there I have some reservations.
Right.
Because, you know, it's a thing that we are seeing, we are happy, but there could be unseen, you know, consequences behind it.
Okay.
Secondly, I'm so happy with how they have started. You know, as I said, kuti mbali mene iundi sangarasen is on inflation. This is a miracle. I should say the truth. On inflation, or what this government has done, it's a miracle. We're almost at 30%, you know. My inflation is going down. It's almost 20. And within 5 months, and who does that, you know? That tells you kuti something is being done and that they have got a goodwill for the country. So on that, trust you me, if I would meet the Minister of Finance now, I would shake his hand to say, thank you, because inflation is a silent killer. Because you may have 2 million kwacha in your account, okay, today. Now, if inflation goes up with 10%, it means you have lost the value of your money with the 10%.
Without doing anything. Yes.
Without you knowing.
Yes.
Now, for example, people who keep money in their bank, into their account, bank, without knowing good every day,
they're losing value.
Value. What they could have done with that money 10 days ago, it's no longer what they can do with that money today. You know? But if inflation is being managed the way it is being managed, it means it's a good indicator. Good economically, things are moving well. You see? So as I said, there could be other things, as you have said, that we may not understand how they are doing them. And but on the inflation part, I'm so excited. So we have good people. You have asked me a question, whether are you planning to stand? I'm not planning to stand. As I have said, in 2019, I actually refused. It wasn't on the ballot. In 2025, I did so much charity work in this country. My face was not on the ballot. And then now, they should leave me alone to do my charity works in peace.
Okay.
Because my face will not be there on the ballot paper. I have no intentions.
2030.
2030. I have no intentions to do that.
There won't be any ballot, not because the ballot in the Oceanasian. Paliao president, Paliao MP, Paliao no face on the ballot.
Okay, so the issue is I'm not interested in politics.
For now.
Yeah, I'm not interested in politics for now. But as I've said,
about tomorrow.
If I will be forced to do that on two reasons, as I've said. If the politicians will begin to stop me from what I'm doing, helping the poor, you know, that can make me to say, you know what, I want to help with these people and I don't want anybody else to stop me. Let me just stand. okay, on that condition.
Right.
Number two, only if there can be a leadership crisis in the country, then people like us can say, you know what, let's help our country. The issue is we love our nation, we love our country. But I'm not a politician, and I'm not interested to do that.
Yeah.
And if
I tell you,
last time we anandisia bunobino MCP anandisia bunobino, I think you know. Kodi naga washimanga bunobino, nobody stopped me. Okay, and my face didn't appear on the ballot. So if they also allow me to do my charity properly, to do my things, why should my face be there if I'm doing, you know, if I'm doing what I'm doing properly? Because about presidency for me is about helping your country. Now, if I'm doing it and I'm not being stopped, why should I then go and be there? Because the issue is about helping your people.
Would you allow me to be a prophet today?
All right.
And prophesy, man of God. That's 2030.
Prophet Wonder.
Yes, go deeper. You must tell me, go deeper, Wonder. I prophesy that in 2030, we might have problems with candidates. Will that prophecy move you, man of God, to say, I might, you know, it's
but
too early now.
Then they would be very foolish, these ministers we have now and opposition. Because when, trust you me, we have got great candidates so far. They would be very foolish to mess up, you know. I hope they will not.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we'll leave it there for now.
So in opposition, in DPP, I hope they will not.
No.
Otherwise, so far, so good.
We'll leave it there for now. Enough of politics. Now, let's move to
So we have
something
cancelled your
different.
prophecy for now.
We'll leave it there for now.
Yeah.
I want to take you back to your days of you going to court now and again. Now, I think you're breathing a new life. How is life after all that? And where are you now?
I wouldn't want any Malawian to go through what I went through because it's completely injustice. I think you have seen all the generals who amenankadipanga mavuto acha ku South Africa. I think you know kuti number makamba zimene zizindikale. If you go on internet and Google, number mapanga report zimene zindikale. Just a short maybe background. Later figure of South Africa, I was the first black person to own a mobile network. Okay, it was doing very well. I was the first black to own a civil aviation company, you know, in South Africa, and it was also doing extremely well. And because of that, kunamba machitika zinthu ngati ma xenophobia, kuti uyu akulemera mziko muno si wa kuno, you know. Two, our church inamba panga bwino kwambiri South Africa, and I think you know, kuti our church grew. You came to also cover some of other projects in South Africa. You know the type of how we had built business, how we had built the ministry, you know. We had the ambidextrous type of setup with both the two things at once. Ministry, business-wise, everything was moving well. That zinapangisa kuti anthu ambiri ayambe kudana nane. Not because I was bad, but because I was a foreigner. I mean, anali successful. Ichi chinokamba baba chisuti ndikukamba chifati ndine Bushiri. No. Tinda Malawi ambiri munomo Malawi tikudziwa. Anaphedwa kumene kuja anabwera kunoko mbokosi. Kuchita kuwatchedwa ndi Petro. We know that. Badali panopa Malawi ambiri umayenda zobisala kumene kuja. We know kuti kuli personal hatred against my foreigners. I was not excluded. So ndiri kumene kuja panali zinthu ziwiri. Panali xenophobia amene amadana nane chifukwa kuti nali mapanga bwino mu dziko lawo. Ndiye panali anthu ena amene amafuna kuti apange katangale kapena kuti extortion. Kuti azindiopseza kuti andiwe ndiwakunja
tipase ndalama.
Ukapanda tipasa ndalama izizi tuika mavuto. So gulu limene lolo limene mapanga zimenezo anali ambiri amu police, ma generals aku police. Let me tell you kuti lelolo dziko lonse lapansi laona ningayankhula ine zija kuti para polisi amafuna ndalama kwa ine. Dziko lonse lapansi laona komanso dziko la South Africa lo laona pompano gulu lonse lija la mageneral lija analitenga kupita ku parliament kumene amakalifusa mafunso. Gulu lonse lija mageneral
ose munkadandaula
nikachula chiti pali wakuti anthu angati ndikunama koma chachitika ndicha amanga last week all those generals amanga osati pankhani yaini koma pankhani yoti amatenga sondrama kwa anthu amaopseza anthu chani kumapanga chani amanga. So that to me is justification kuti angakamba Bushiri sichi ndi zoona.
No, I must say I followed actually amachita kusakasaka kuti kodi the actually pali nzimayi mmodzi amene akuoneka kuti iyeyo ndiye adali wabwinobwino ndi amanena kuti tikhoza kumapeza quality ya polisi ngati awapo potengera zimene zinachitika zija. So I just want to agree with you.
No, it's true.
Yes.
The issue is magenerals amene aja onse ndipo zikosera pasiraona. Ku South Africa ambayankhula kuti I think Bushiri amakamba chani zoona. Ndi magenerals aja anapanga create milandu kuti palibepo.
Komano, what has been the cost of you kuti mpaka mpange choncho kusatira mulandu wanu uja kuti mpaka na anthu akhulupirire zakhuza bwanji moyo wanu going forward?
Okay, so the thing is, as I said, kuti nkhani yakulu ndi kuti inapita ku court kuno ku Malawi kumene a court ataona milandu ija nakamba kuti palibepo mulandu apa.
Maybe for the benefit of those that are watching us in South, can we take this part in English?
Of course, yes. Yeah. So I think this is more important that we have this interview.
Yes.
And as you rightly said, I'm so happy that the court case went in our favor, Malawi.
Yes.
Not only Malawi, but I think you can also see events and patterns in South Africa that are happening that actually justify our narrative.
Yes.
As you know, we kept on saying that we had generals who wanted to solicit money from us in the name of extortion.
Yes.
And we reported these people. We have got court cases, police records in South Africa that they want money from me and they were never arrested. You see, they were never arrested. What happened in return is them who came to arrest me a year later of being reported. They fabricated the cases, they paid the people. We've got victims, the so-called victims, writing affidavits to say they were approached, that they will be paid, and those were the things which we brought as verdicts in the courts to say, look at these things, what happened. And that's why we won the case, because our case was so strong and we won. But these police officers, which we kept on saying that, these generals, we kept on saying that, I was so happy to see that in South Africa, they in fact were summoned. Most of them were summoned and they were in parliament, they were answering, and the whole world watched how corrupt police officers, not all of them, how most police officers, how corrupt they are in South Africa. And it's vindicating to see that a week ago I saw that they have been arrested. They have been found guilty. They have been found in the hearing where they had they've been found guilty and then they've been arrested, where now the court is going to make rulings based on the findings which they had in the parliament and etc. So I'm excited that this is happening in South Africa, and I think justice now is being seen, and many South Africans now are agreeing with Bushiri. Bushiri was right about the corruption of the police officers in South Africa. They can go as far as doing what we were all hearing in parliament. So wicked things, so shocking things, what they were doing to people. And with me, it was even worse, because they didn't just go to fabricate cases. With me, they even employed people to shoot me. And I think the whole world knows that I survived about 7 attempts of assassination in South Africa. We survived gunshots, we survived so many times. So life, as you said, is moving well. I should say that. I'm back. I'm in my country, and here in my country, I'm living well. And it's so shocking that in South Africa, every year, I had a case every year. And I only stayed in South Africa for 5 years. Okay? And I've been in Malawi for 6 years. And I've never had any single case against me in this country. And that tells you. In fact, most of my businesses are not in South Africa. Most of them are in America, in Zimbabwe, in Mozambique. I have never had issues with all these countries. In South Sudan, I've never got mines, I've got things. I've never had issues. None of these countries they're investigating me or anything. So we are moving well, and
considering that you are the church that was growing very fast in South, and you had to come back because of some of those generals that you've spoken about. Now that issue is now water under bridge, would you consider going back to South Africa, or now you are staying in Malawi and you're okay?
Let me say this, that I was only in South Africa for many basically just for church.
Yeah.
All right. It was about, when I left Malawi, it was about communication. I wanted to establish a TV. In Malawi at that time, we were behind in terms of technology. Okay, and I think I said this in so many interviews that I left because I needed to be in a place. I had a vision of touching the world.
Yes.
And in Malawi, we didn't have resources, or let me say the technologies that would carry what I wanted to do.
The prophetic channel.
Prophet.
Okay.
So nabiro mene kuja South Africa because I really wanted I should be in a place kumene kuna listen to ziti zipangizo zimenezo. But now we have them in Malawi. We have got studios here in Malawi. We have got, we have got strong internet. That time we didn't have strong internet. In fact, now I can broadcast live from here. A thing I was doing when I was in South Africa. So there's no need for me to be in South Africa. Now I can do anywhere. From here. I can do from here. Because when I was going to South Africa, that was around 2013, 2012. And in Imeneyi, Ngutibe, strong internet, Tilibe. But now I can do from here. So I don't think there is a purpose of me going there.
Okay, I still have a lot of issues that I want to talk with you. So maybe I'll be a little bit fast now. Pakatipa, muoneka kuti anthu akuchulani. Bushiri
chula.
Anthu ma social media.
All right.
Bushiri izi zachipongwe zina. Koma ndakuona ndi msakuyankha. Tizizimva bwanji. How should we understand your silence? What are you saying in your silence?
Of course, a lot is happening in my silence. So people shouldn't mistake my silence with being foolish. Let me say this statement here. I said it before, and I'm repeating this statement as well. I saw pakatipa anthu anamukira kwambiri tifonia mpinganjira kuti why akumangisa anthu chifukwa chani. I'm not backing her. Let me say this, kuti munomo Malawi mulika system wakuti anthu amaona ngati kuti wakhala olemera akwazamanga kuti osachoncho iwe supanga kena kali konse, and it's a wrong mentality. And let me warn them kuti unless they've got evidence, but if you want to implicate anthu just because you think they're influential kapena ndi opemphera, there will be no consequences, it's wrong. I saw what happened. It's unfortunate if it's true. Kuti nyamata uja kumzuzu, it was not him. Anamangidwa uja. If it's true, it's unfortunate. However, I wouldn't think it's a mistake ya no, that's the mistake ya police. Inende kapita ku police ukamba kuti andibera uko. A police aja ndiwamugwira munthu kuti atagwira munthu amene kumpanga suspect kuti ndameneyo is that my fault?
No, it's not your
fault. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Kaya muntu is a true identity, is a wrong identity, is police. So what Trifonia did like there, she took with the matter ku police. Anaka manga muntu yo, da police.
Yes.
Ngati muntu anamangidwa mistakenly kuti anamupanga muntu osati ndiyeyo. That was wrong. And that is not the complainant mistake. Yoni mistake yogwira ntchito a police yo. That was wrong. So, people should not make mistakes. Ineyo, I can tell you, kuti there are people right now, alinimirandu ku court, akumaendera ku court, because they spoke things about me. Zimene zinthuzo sizoona. And I'm telling you, I will continue doing it. Koma alipo anthu ena ine sinema yankha. Alipo anthu ena sinema yankha fakuti, I will give an example that mentioning names. Koma alipo anthu ena kuti umathakuona kuti munthu wina wamisala.
Oh.
Yeah. Alipo anthu ena kuti umanaso misala kuti uyu ndi wa misala. The only thing I can do is kumampempherera. Lately we have seen wina kamakamba kwambiri. But if you can actually see the person, mayankhula, you will see madness. Kuti munthu uyu tu, or court nesingampitire ku court. Honestly, what would I be doing with such type of a patient? I can't. I don't want to even talk about it. Koma alipo anthu enake nda misala. Amana kuti iyi ni misala. Uyuyu tizimika mmachani mapemphero. Koma so achibale, such type of people, it's better to rush them to the hospital before it's too late. So alipo anthu enake singayankhe, and
they don't deserve your response. You can't dignify with your response.
No, it's good to put them in prayers, and when they are okay, mina akazamba kukhala kuti masensa wamba ubwera, then you can answer them. But you know, you don't answer someone who just wake up in the morning and he's the only righteous person in the whole world, and you know, so I don't answer some people because of that. Koma amene ndikuona kuti uyuyu ali ndi sense, koma kupanga izizi cholinga chake is just to tarnish my image. I don't answer you. I take you to court. Unless ngati mwe mutimisala pang'ono. Musaseke, muguseka.
Man of God. Ndakumvani.
Oh. Was a prophet one day? Yeah, but the issue is it's not right to accuse rich people because you think they'll stay quiet, and that should end. And we know I think and they will learn. You know, they will learn because rich people now, they are clever. Someone has, like some of us, timanene ndo muno Malawi, and osama tikhulupirira, we have endured all that. We have built who we are, and we're not going to allow someone today but to wake up in the morning and bring us down. We will use every resource we have to make sure we protect what we have built. You know, so it's not only us, but anyone else doesn't deserve to be bullied on the internet just because you think you have a platform. No, it's not good. And that's my advice to some people who are watching. And this is a warning actually. Yeah, so the warning is 2. A warning shot number 2.
Yachitatu maliza
yachitatu si imakhala peno whatever. So the warning kuti mukumva zija zoti telefoni ya chani muva so Bushiri pompano kuti nayeso amangisaso akuti of course na mangisapo kalanga atatu. Yeah, so and so sekeleraso apapo kuti so chani yeyo a man of God ende wakhala man of God basi azingokutokosa mumphuno. Zimene zozo manopo zinatha zimene zozo. You are a man of God, I'm a man of God, yes, okay, but there are certain things you have to know kuti the man of God who is a citizen with my own rights. Mene muliri inu ya wanda, muli ma rights anu, ufulu wanu. And leo ndibwere ndikuphwanyireni ufulu is illegal. Chimozi na neso. Because I'm a man of God, you don't break my rights. It's not right. That's why Yesu Kristu, he was a man of God, okay? He was a man of God. Komano pena pake anagamba kuti ababa sipofunika so Yesu Kristu yapa, funika chikwapo. Ganaka kwapuna mene muja kwatamangisa so mene muja. Komanso pasikolo siriza. Yesu yemweyo, wati Yesu yemweyo. Pasikolo siriza azapangaso chani? Chiweruzo.
Yes.
Amene analowo chimwa, azauza njirano nditiyo, ndi. Ana ina amakula, you know, ngati nkhani ya Grace Shinga Moffat. These are the 3 boys anapeka nkhani meji. Kulemba karata, ngatalemba ndachine Miracle Shinga, ngatalemba ndi Steve Spasho, atalemba iwo. Ndikuifalisa muno mawe mose muno kuti alemba na Grace Shinga Moffat, akuti Bushiri wapa Grace Shinga Moffat. I've never met Grace Shinga Moffat before. I've never even spoken to her. In Makaro South Africa and her manager, anamwalira in a South Africa. But who spread that? These 3 boys. And should we keep them like that? No. The law should work. You cannot tarnish somebody's name in this age. So, yeah.
Zamveka mepo awo odwala mitu omwanena kuti timuzapempherera. I think tijoinane mapemphero. I think mental health is a serious issue. Ndeno pali ena amene anali kutchali chikwanu kunoko. Ndakumapezeka kulankhula ma TV mu kuti ku ECG Jesus Nation kulibe mulungu. There is no God at that ministry. Mungafune kunena kuti chani?
I think amene akamba statement imene navapo. Ngati uli munthu amene aina kumaona kuti kuli achinyamata munomo Malawi amene amaganiza bwino kwambiri. And achinyamatawo amene kumapanga rifa Bushiri chifukwa kuti anandiziweneyo ndisanachuke. Okay? You know, being a person who, apart from ministry, I'm a business person. I think, I plan. Let me tell you, you cannot build anything without systems, without planning. So I want you, I want to implore you. Your job is to be communication director. mutithandizire, and I want you to hear me very well. It was an employment. He was employed, not a member of our church. Nakanda kumuva kuti nali member wa ECG. He has never been in my church.
Adali wanchito.
Anali wanchito, okay? Nali mpapo nchito Kevin Surungwe. Kevin Surungwe mpaka nalilonda Roma nda Catholic. Ali ku ECG amabwera ngalo gozatani kuzagwira nchito. You can't say you are a member because I've employed you. No. Mbona bwera Ephraim Nyondo. That's CP. Mpaka napano. You can't say kuti na joina ECG nimafunafuna mulungu kumene koko. No. Number 1 anabwera chifukwa cha analembedwa ntchito. Kunchito ko anali incompetent. Ntchito samata. Number 1. Number 2. Iwo ajana kana na Judas. Tidafika South Africa kuja. Ndamene amagwira ntchito ndi anthu awawa aku South Africa. Kuti azipanga syndicate yoseija amapanga anapita sambo. Ndiye inafika po nthawi kuti anapanga plani kuti apange kidnap ana ine. Okay? Ndiye titaona chonchija, one person whispered to us kuti akupanga plan pali anthu afuna apange plan to kidnap your children. This is a knowledge imene samaidziwa nomo Malawi. I think you are aware kuti ndikhala South Africa ana ine amakhala kuti kono ku Malawi for many years. And this is what happened kuti anaja tachose ku South Africa abwere kuno panali kuti amafuna ngati anapanga ku crossroads uko kuti anampangira kidnap mwana ndi amagamba kuti tipaseni ransom ya ndalama zili very common ku South Africa zimenezo. Ndi nthawi imene yoyo panali kamphekesera kuti anthu ena akafuna apange kidnap ana mpaka anapita ku sukulu atituma zetenge ana prophet, and it was not me. Zigawengazo nditinangoti anawa tapitise kuti ku Malawi. Ndanacha tabwera kuno ku Malawi. Anazapezeka mphekesera kuti anali mugulu lopangana nawo anthu aja. Ndeti nacho sanchito basing on 2 things. 1, incompetence. 2, conspiracy. Okay, we thought it's over. Kuti nkhani yatha. Koma atafika noko ku Malawi anapangana so ndi anthu aja kuti abwere kuno azapange anaja kidnap anaja. Nukambazi it's not a claim, ndikuuzani evidence yake. Okay? Mwamwai boma la DPP nthawi imeneja inazipanga piki. Okay, nthawi imene yoyo nandira fono chota kwa achisale omwewa a minister, deputy minister. Ananimbira fono kuti pagwidwa anthu pa airport. Okay? And so what I'm telling you, I'm not just saying as a lie or as a claim. Koma nkhani ili ku police. Okay? Tagwira anthu pa airport, and anthu amene wawo wapanga suspect on espionage. Utabwera mnomo Malawi kuzafufuza zinthu. Ne agwidwa and tiasunga kuchani? Tiasunga ku remand. Mpaka natabweza kupita so kuchani? Ku South Africa. And what I'm telling you